Hey everyone, welcome back to the Steel Donut. I'm here with Connor, and we are going to be reading a creepypasta called The Frightening Dream.
Oh, good. You guys maybe want more creepypastas. I can't tell, but we're here with some more.
This has got an introduction, actually. It's pretty nice. Formatting. Introduction. My name is Nicole Hales, and I am 16. I have had many frightening dreams in my life. Some that have stayed with me for many years, threatening to haunt me through every waking hour.
Get help.
I sleep with my, pretend shotgun in case my dreams come to attack me.
I sleep with my real shotgun so I can wake up screaming and point it at myself.
Exactly. Whether I am awake or asleep, they try and grab at my mind and drive me crazy.
Oh.
It's some serious stuff, man.
Yeah.
I would have thought that I have had worse dreams, but none have scared me more than the one I had the day I saw my boyfriend with blood dripping from his perfect lips, and his usually kind, light brown, eyes a frightening bloodshot red.
That sentence.
Also, I think right about here we need to throw up this picture of evil Alexander.
Oh, jeez. Is that what the hell is that? It's like he started out in the 1800s and then he threw on a Hawaiian shirt and a leather jacket over it.
That's not
what is that, like, fucking ascot or whatever?
That's not a Hawaiian shirt. That's, what is it called?
Oh, you're right. You get that at the dad clothing shop.
Yeah.
The one-stop shop
Paisley.
for
It's
dads.
Paisley. It's blue Paisley. She must have used some sort of dress-up program or something.
Yeah.
To, make this.
Yeah, that looks like a computer doll sim or something.
But seriously, Revolutionary War, shirt with a, with Paisley, with a Paisley low-cut neck, with a leather jacket.
Maybe that hair's actually a wig. Okay.
Anyway, the dream. That terrifying night, I dreamt that I was running down a darkened alleyway, trying to find a safe place to hide. There were vampires everywhere, and they were gaining on me fast. No matter how fast I ran or how many corners I turned, I could still hear their light footfalls getting closer every minute. They're very gently chasing her.
Yeah.
I knew that I had no chance of outrunning them, but I had to try. I kept running, stumbling around in the darkness as I went. I fell a few times, giving me a few minor injuries.
Oh, jeez. I remember every single part of this.
She just broke her hand, and it's just like, nope, we gotta keep going. But I got up and...
broke her legs, had to somersault down.
Yeah, now she's running on her hands. But I got up and pushed myself on, knowing I had to keep going. I saw nothing but darkness. It surrounded me as if it were trying to swallow me whole. I couldn't even see my own hand in front of my face. Have I mentioned that it's dark?
Hey, yeah. I was about to say, is it dark or something? I can't tell.
I saw nothing but darkness. It surrounded me. I couldn't see a thing. It was so dark. There's darkness everywhere. It's dark. It's really dark.
Yeah.
The crisp night air burned in my throat with each breath, which made it hard to breathe.
Oh, redundant.
My legs burned with every stride and every muscle ached from strain, making me want more than anything to stop and rest, but I didn't dare. I knew that if I even stopped for 1 second, they would catch me and I would quickly become vampire food. That strikes me as like a silly bird, like a line. Vampire food.
Vampire food.
Then when I turned one last street corner, I was blinded by a bright, seemingly fluorescent light.
Actually, it was incandescent.
Yeah, actually, if you think about it logically, it's incandescent. So bright, I was forced to stop and shield my eyes from the brightness.
Was it bright? I can't tell.
It was the first light I had come upon in what felt like days. When my eyes finally adjusted, I saw that the light was nothing more than a street light that was no more than 20 feet away from where I was standing.
Wow, you suck at this whole seeing things thing.
I saw the light was nothing more than a street light that was no more than 20 feet away. That was no more than... Squinting to see better, I saw what seemed to be a silhouette of a man a few feet away from the light of the lamp. It seemed to be a silhouette of a man in what seemed to be a fluorescent light, and what seemed to be a dream.
Yeah.
It seemed to be vampires.
Was it real? Was it not? I couldn't tell.
Nobody can. All of a sudden, the figure stepped directly in the street lamp's halo. I didn't recognize him at first, but then it dawned on me. It was Alexander!
Who's Alexander?
He's that guy that everybody talks about. They're like, man, he wears a really ugly Paisley shirt.
Oh, man. Everyone has an Alexander in their life.
No, seriously. I ran towards him, feeling almost relieved at the sight of him. Almost relieved. Yeah. I was seemingly relieved by the sight of my boyfriend. Tears of joy poured down my face as I got closer. "Help me, Alexander," I cried. When I reached him, I let out a gasp before.
That shirt!
Yeah, what a hideous shirt.
Yeah.
His usually kind eyes were a scary, bloodshot red. His teeth looked sharp, and I could see the blood oozing from his perfect lips.
Why should I help you, worthless human?
He answered as he crouched down, as if getting ready to strike.
Can't do any absolutes.
Seriously.
Gotta be vague. As if getting ready to strike, as if getting ready to make me a cheese sandwich.
Like, you can never tell if any, like, there's always, about a 40-60 chance of something not happening.
Yeah.
Please, no, Alexander, please, I begged. He growled at me, then pounced. Before I even had a chance to scream, he was on me.
Ah!
And I could feel his razor-sharp teeth sinking deep into my neck.
His razor-sharp what?
Man, I really love people who can't use commas.
Yeah.
I remember waking up screaming and grabbing my neck before I realized that I was sweating and my covers were tightly wrapped around me. Trying to control my breathing, I slowly unwound the covers off of me and looked at my clock on my bedside table. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't have school for 5 hours.
I didn't have to school for 5 hours.
Wow.
There were kids on the playground that I was going to school the hell out of.
She was going to school them.
Yeah, she was going to dole on them kids, sponsored by Dole Fruits.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got up and dragged my feet into the kitchen to get a glass of water, hoping it would help me calm down. That's not how you use a semicolon.
I crawled down the stairs.
Yeah. Oh my god. After I got the glass of water, I took it to my room and sat on my bed, then took a big gulp. She went to 7-Eleven.
Yeah. She filled it full of their banana slushy.
She went and got a glass of water from the kitchen, went to her room, and then went to get a big gulp from 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
And she's like, why did I get that water? It seemed to calm my nerves a little. I carefully placed the glass on my bedside table, then turned out the light.
I carefully placed the 60-ounce cup on my bedside table and turned out the light.
I looked around my darkened room, afraid that one of the vampires from my dream would jump out of the shadows to attack me.
Jesus, how old are you?
The image of my boyfriend with his sharp teeth, freaky, bloodshot red eyes, and the blood dripping from his lips was still fresh in my mind.
If anyone needs a refresher, please scroll up. I'll put the picture on screen again.
It's so scary.
Yeah.
I could still feel the agonizing sting of his razor-sharp teeth sinking into my neck. Shivering with fear, I sunk deep under my covers and pulled them high over my head. I stayed up for what seemed like hours until I finally drifted into a deep, dreamless sleep. I woke up the next morning to my alarm blaring and my mom yelling for me to get up. Get your ass to school.
Yeah, or you're going to miss schooling those kids.
I moaned, then slammed my fist down on the alarm clock to shut it off. Stretching, I got up and dragged my feet down the hall and into the bathroom to take my morning shower. As opposed to her afternoon shower.
Yeah.
Our bathroom is a small, normal-sized bathroom with square tiles and bumpy walls. I remember as a small child connecting the bumps to see if I could make pictures or shapes out of them.
Why do we need to know this?
No, this
ad?
This is world building.
Are you going to see Alexander in the bumps? Are you going to see his face and then recoil in shock?
Sometimes I ended up getting in trouble for using markers to connect the bumps, which left all kinds of marks all over the walls.
Oh my god, I don't care.
I touched the faded marks that were still there over all these years and laughed. Such fond memories, I thought.
There better be a monster coming out of these wall bumps or whatever.
Like, the monster is, chasing them, and all of a sudden they're like, I remember back when I was a kid, there were these really nice chairs my parents had. They were padded with leather, and they weren't very comfortable, but I remember them fondly because my dad always liked them. Oh, yeah, and there's a monster chasing me.
Yeah, he shined them with shoe polish one time.
With saddle soap.
He was pretty cheap, but after that, he learned that, sometimes you have to get the right tools.
You have to get good. I walked over to the shower and pulled open the creaky glass door. Turning on the water, I looked around the small shower with the tiles that covered the walls. I could still picture the shapes in the tiles that I found in them as a kid.
I'd like to say I was preemptive, but I wasn't.
Things like a dog, a horse, or even a ship. I used to pretend the pictures told a story about a prince that got washed up on an island that had many different creatures.
Shut up!
I sighed, then stripped off my clothes and climbed into the shower.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. The water was warm and it felt good on my bare skin. I let my mind go blank as I went through the process of shampooing and washing my body.
Wash that body.
Oh, shampooing her body.
Shampooing your body, yeah.
That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
When I was done rinsing off, I shut of the water and grabbed the towel that was hanging from the shower door. Wrapping the towel around me, I opened the door and climbed out of the shower. Then I walked over to the mirror, which was over by the bathroom door. The girl in the mirror was the same girl I have always seen. She had long, curly, red hair, hazel Hazel blue eyes, a broad chin, high cheekbones, and soft pale skin.
You know, I was holding out hope that we were gonna get through this story without having to hear every minute detail about what you look like.
This is pretty much just a fanfic.
Yeah.
Like, if she said this was set in the Digimon world,
Yeah.
like, this is just one set. It's just, the only thing stopping it is she didn't set it in a world, and we haven't had, like, a getting dressed montage where she puts on
looking at bumps on the wall montage. That's what we have here.
I'm telling you, man, all she needs to do is have one line about how she's putting on an overcoat and knee-high black Converse.
I put on a big white ascot before I put my Hawaiian shirt on and under my leather jacket.
And I don't forget the black Converse, man.
Yeah.
That's the most important. It's the one thing every OC wears.
Vintage Nikes, 2002.
Staring at my reflection, I saw what appeared to be 2 small marks on my neck. I pulled back my hair and took a step closer to the mirror to get a better look. I let out a scream when I saw the 2 small puncture wounds about an inch apart which appeared to have blood oozing from it. Which appeared to.
Appeared to. Did they or didn't they?
You'll never know,
Was it red marker? Was it ketchup? Pizza sauce? This also has another picture. I love the caption for this picture.
Kinda what Nicole looks like. She looks like a stock photo.
Yeah.
Hearing my screams, my mom came running into the room faster than you can say I just got bitten by a vampire.
Okay. Nicole, are you okay?
She cried. Yay, Mom, I'm fine. I said as I looked back over at the mirror and saw that the marks and the blood were gone. I just thought I saw a spider. I lied.
Yeah, said I'm fucking fine.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicole!
She sighed, then she walked out of the room shaking her head as she went. Here we go. That is how the haunt of my nightmare began.
The haunt of my nightmare. Ooh, I wonder where the story goes.
In my dreams, it's still the same. The story sucks and is really lame.
Wow. If you couldn't tell, that's the end of the story.
It's not a very satisfying end. But then again, this isn't a very satisfying story. And I'd read you the comments, but despite the story having been on here for 3 years, it has no comments. Well, that was the frightening dream. It was terrible.
Yep.
Wear Paisley, everyone. Or don't.
Please don't, yeah.